everybody, and welcome back to Stacia Expert Mode. In this episode, we start Woot. So we set up a simple mob spawner, and we also set up all the other machines we're going to need to generate purge fluid, pure dye fluid, and liquid enchant, which are the last ingredients we're going to need to make ourselves an ultimate creative tank. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so today we are going to be starting Woot. Now, I've never used this mod before, so it's going to be a learning experience for myself and everyone else who wants to learn too. So we're going to figure it out together and hope this thing works. And if we have time at the end, we're going to be upgrading our celestial altar into an iridescent altar because we are going to need that later on for making this containing chalice, which is required to make ourselves a philosopher's stone. So we're going to be working on that if possible. So, a few things since the last episode. I've decorated the place. Because the outside the front of my house looked a bit plain and boring, so I added a little bit of a fountain, a load of trees, a bit of a path, some flowers, and 2 buildings. So I removed the villager house that was there, and I've changed it out to this kind of like farmer building. So this guy just sells whatever. It's the same farmer we've had before. So it just looks a bit nicer and neater. So it's kind of nice. And in here, I've got like a library kind of area where you just got a few of these guys selling enchantment stuff, which I haven't really gone through and gotten to pick out enchanted books. I just have these guys here, and yeah, if you want to, you can change them out when the world download comes out, which will be very soon because the series is nearly over. I've upgraded my miners to tier 8 because it was actually really simple actually to upgrade these things to tier 8 because I updated the mod pack, and all of a sudden, when I rebuilt the next tier of the miner or put back down the acceleration upgrades, the machines or the miner just went crazy mining stuff extremely fast. Like if we look in here at crystals now, 58k tier 8 crystals. This thing is mining crystals incredibly fast, and it's ridiculous. Like if I open the ender chest here, you should be able to see, like, look at them. They're all just popping in here like mad. So, I think I have nearly all of them upgraded to a tier 8, except for the ones in here. This is still a tier 7, and this is still a tier 1, but I will be upgrading those later on. Where did that piece of dirt come from? It doesn't matter. So, yeah, most of them I have now in the overworld are changed to tier 8. So this guy here's a botanic one, so he's mining all of, like, our flowers and leaves and trees. Like, if you look up logs here, look at all the different type of logs we have. We even got magic logs, which are from a special biome that is extremely rare to find. If we have a look then at leaves, we have like a ton of leaves then too. I'm pretty sure we probably even have golden leaves in here from Nature's Aura. If we put all those down and then break them, we get all the golden leaves we want for Nature's Aura, which is actually really good. And if we look at saplings, we've nearly got every sapling in the game, which is kind of really good, except for all of the harvest ones. You have to craft those yourself. You can't make them or find them. But yeah, this is actually pretty good, and I don't think there's any real other kind of like seeds maybe. Actually, you know, it's kind of made a load of all the different type of seeds. Pretty good. And one last thing is I did make ourselves another farm plot, which I've just got my cyanite and my skystone planted, but mainly I made this one for making another massive farm of inferium, because I'm nearly at the point where we're able to craft as much creative items as we want. I just crafted 10 ultimate ingots. But the only problem is now, if I want to craft any more, I'm out of insanium. So I need to make myself a ton more supremium essence, which you can see I'm only down to 900. So we're out of supremium essence, which I need to get this thing crafting more. And I did change out the crafters here to export them out quicker, so the things will craft faster. Because for some reason, the exporters or the importers, whatever it is he's using, weren't pulling the items out of this fast enough. It waited like every 10 seconds to pull something out, which is really weird, even though it had max speed upgrades and stack upgrades. So I've changed them all out to have pipes, which pulls it out instantly into a chest, which then instantly pulls it out using the importer. It was like something to do with the crafter, so it's not allowing to import immediately with an advanced importer. And also, because we updated the pack, environmental tech has had an update. And it allows you now to add frequency modifiers in here. And I've added frequency modifiers into the assembler, which, because you remember before how we couldn't speed the thing up using rats all my time in a bottle? If I go to add environmental, say I need to craft 64 of these. Look how fast these craft now. it's crafting them like instantly. So this is amazing. So now I can craft all the environmental tech stuff I need out of the assembler instantly, which is so good. Like, it's ridiculous. And that's probably enough blabbering on now. Let's get to work on starting on Woot. Now, I'm setting up a Woot factory here and here, because I moved my laser drill up to here. It's just on top of this ledge here. It's just out of the way. It's just slowly mining us diamonds, but that's whatever. We actually don't need diamonds anymore, considering we have 3.3 million blocks and 9.9 million diamonds. I could probably go stop the builders now at this point. But yeah, whatever. Right, so to get started with Woot, we have a guidebook which I have made, and I've done a bit of research in this mod because I haven't really done it before, but the tutorial I watched was 1.12, which doesn't have any of the kind of upgrades we are used to. Now we have perk slots. So let's start by going at Woot. The first things we need to do is get ourselves an intern, and an intern is how we're going to determine what everything is needed, and it'll auto build us the actual factory. So you can see here, the intern, use on a factory heart to form, build, or validate a factory. Sneak right click to change the modes, place the controllers and cells manually, build a Zealotr level 1 factory. So you can see all the items we're going to need. We need 2 Amaranth blocks, 2 factory connectors, 1 primary base, 1 perk slot, 1 heart, 1 ingredient importer, 1 loot exporter, 1 mob controller, and 1 cell. So we need to make all those items now, and I've bookmarked them all here, and I don't think they're that difficult to make. Like the heart is just a zombie heads with machine casing. Machine casing is Stygian iron plates, which is just a die plate with a hammer, and a Stygian ingot, which can be crafted, which I actually have auto-crafted already. So let's craft ourselves 64 of that. Then we need to make ourselves a die plate, so that requires an anvil. So let's make ourselves an anvil for this now. And since I've moved my energizer, I'm actually going to do this down here. So in here is where I'm going to put all like the Woot machines, because we are going to need like an enchantment liquefier. Because if we look here, all these different things like buckets to make ourselves the ultimate creative tank, or just the creative tank, which I'm definitely going to need now soon, because now since our miners are level 8, we're mining ores extremely fast, and our thing cannot keep up with it. Like if we look up ore here, you can see like we have like 11k nickel or 8k gold. Our system over here cannot keep up because there's just too many things, and it's not getting enough hydrogen chloride because this thing is empty. We're not making enough brine to separate into sodium and chlorine. So as soon as we get the creative tank, we're going to make ourselves chlorine, and I'm pretty sure, or not chlorine, brine, and get that up separating, which should be fine. And I'm pretty sure you can change out the fluids if you use like a gauge dropper just to take everything out of it. I'm pretty sure you can just change out the tank whenever you want. But we're going to make multiple tanks anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So back into here. We need to set up our... Let's go back to that Woot. We need to make our ingots here, and we need to make ourselves the die plate, which is an obsidian and a stone slab. So I think you put the obsidian on the anvil, you throw a stone slab next to it, and you slap it with the hammer. And the hammer is just made like this. So let's grab ourselves a stone slab, so hopefully I have one of those. Yes, I do. So obsidian, I have 3.5 million. So put the obsidian on. Oh, okay, so I put this on the ground and then right click it with this. Anvil must be sitting on a magma block. Okay, so magma. See, you can tell this is my first time playing with this mod, so everything is kind of new. So put this down. Put this on top. Right click. Do I just keep right clicking, or how does this work? Do I left click? Right click? No. Do I throw it on top of it maybe? Do I right click it on? Oh, I right click it on. Okay, a tutorial I watched said you throw it on the ground, so I guess that's changed. So here we go, die plate. Now the die plate, if we're going to the heart, we need to make this machine casing, and we're going to need Stygian iron plates, which are made like this. Hopefully, okay, good, 64 of them, and craft. Oh, wait, no, go back to here because I need to make this part, and I'll make one. I don't know if I need any more, but there we go. We got ourselves the heart. So we come up here, and the heart is where the center of the thing is going to go. So if we put the heart right there, and I think we have to actually dig around it. I'm pretty sure this thing actually floats and another layer of stuff goes under it. So if that's the case, I'm actually going to have to clear out a bit of space here. I could just build it up one block, but I'd actually prefer it in the ground so it's easier to see. So let's go back to Woot. And now let's actually get out everything else we need. Let's make ourselves the intern quickly, which is made like this. Oh yeah, I used up all them. Let me make a couple of stacks of these. There we go. So here's the intern. So if we shift right click, it changes to mode. As you see, Factory level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 1. So this is on validate. Validate. Jeez, I cannot speak. But you can see we're missing all these items. So let me actually quickly go craft all these items now, and we see if we can build this factory. Okay, I think I pretty much have all the items I need now. So there's one thing we need to do, which is, of course, make ourselves our mob shard, which we need to decide which mob we want to attack and put inside of this mob shard. So it doesn't really matter, because I'm just going to be setting this up to make whatever. We're kind of just doing this for the fun of it. We actually technically don't need this, but just in case like there's a mob that we want that might have some useful things, we might go like, what? Let me just see. Let's have a look at the mob drops here. So if we have a look at like zombie flesh, we have no zombie flesh left. That's probably because all the zombie flesh has actually been... Oh, it's not called zombie flesh. It's called rotten flesh, isn't it? Okay, we have 900k of that. How much ender pearls do we have? We have 1.4 million. How much gunpowder do we have? 97,000, okay. Spider eyes, 66k. How much string do we have? 100k. So maybe a creeper might be the best option to do this. So let's look up like creeper. Get ourselves a creeper egg. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter exactly where we do this because this entire area is chunk protected. So we punch him. It says mob captured. Now it says we need to kill 5 creepers to fill this up. As you can see, we've just done 1. So we have a look in here at the eggs. We need to kill 5. So let's put one of these away and spawn ourselves 4 creepers. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just need to kill each one of these. There we go. All creepers are down. And now our shard is gone. Where did our shard go? What just happened to my shard? What? Shard. Wait, how did it get in the system? Oh, you gotta be joking. How did that happen? Did I accidentally click it when I was dropping the mob drops back in? Ah, damn it. Okay. Right. That means I'm gonna have to go find some creepers now, which is also not helpful. I guess our best option to find creepers is in here, which is our diamond dimension. Yeah, look, there's a few creepers over here. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now this thing is fully programmed. So let's head back. All right, so now that we're back, we need to come in here to our anvil. And yeah, to make some of the things, I need to make myself pure fluid dye, which requires a dye liquefier, which you have to put one of every color dye in here that requires, like blue, yellow, red, and white, to make pure dye fluid, which is also a necessary ingredient for making the ultimate tank. But I'll put tanks there and get everything stored up later. So what we need to do now is inside the anvil here, if we press use on the mob shard, you can see in here, I need to put down the mob shard and the Stacian iron plate and the prism. So put this on top, grab these two. So put this here and here, right click, there we go, our mob controller. So all we need now is our intern. There we go. Now come over here and let's see. So this thing cannot replace loot exporter at... Why is that? Oh, it's on build. Oh wait, now what's going on here? Cannot replace loot exporter at 241. Okay, let's find that coordinate. So 241 is underneath it. Oh wait, I think actually it needs a bit of a space underneath it. Let's try this now. No? Why level 68? Wow, it really wants to go down deep. Okay, there we go. And if we just double check, it says here minus 33.9, which is exactly where I'm standing. Okay, let's try this now. Wow, that really wants to go down deep. But now it should build everything. No valid primary controller. Wow, okay, this is actually a lot more complicated than I thought. Why is it trying to build it so deep in the ground? I don't remember it trying to do that before. Expected cell. Okay, let me break this all again. Let's build it in the sky and see what happens. So here's our hearts. Break all this down quickly and try and build it again. No valid primary controller at 24.3, which is where I'm standing. Minus 90, which is one that I'm standing on. Oh, I think I need to manually put down the mob controller here. Is that correct? Expected cell at 24.84, which is down here. Okay, you know what? This intern is not helping. There's also another block that we can get that will describe out everything we need to do when we can build this thing manually. So if we have a look in here at a factory, it's called a factory layout. If I can find it now, it's a thing. Oh, it's called a layout guide. Okay, so let's have a look here. So layout guide, let's put this thing in the center right here. Layout guide. Wow, that's really the way the factories work. I don't remember it ever being like this. Okay, so we put the heart down under it here. So it requires the heart. This is really weird being long. It used to be wide before. Okay. So then it requires the perk slot, which goes here. Nope. Okay, apparently it doesn't place like anything else. So I have to put this here. Our 2 factory connectors go here and here. We need our basic Mekanism cell, which goes here. I think. Well, actually, what kind of block is that? That's a primary base. Okay, hang on, never mind. Mob controller goes here. Primary base goes here. Mekanism cell. I don't actually know where that goes. And I think I actually have these in the wrong spot. Amorous blocks go here and here. Factory block connectors go here and here. I need my ingredient importer here. Ingredient exporter. Wait, why is this moving down one? The cell goes here. Exporter goes here. Is that everything? Yeah, it is. Okay. Why was that so weird to build? And if that's the case, actually, I didn't even need to build it one lower in the ground. I need to build it higher. Oh, wow. This is way different than I thought it was. Okay, now I think it's all correct. So you can see here. Okay, I think I get it now. So you can see progress 50%. So it requires spawn time is 32 ticks. And here's the possible items that we can get from a creeper. So we need to actually somehow export out these items. And this thing doesn't have power, so I don't know how it's spawning the mobs. But I do need to grab like a chest. Okay, but it also requires a fluid ingredient. So right click for required tier information. It doesn't do anything. I need to provide it with 200 millibuckets of Mekanism fluid. Now to get that fluid, unbookmark that, I don't know why I have a piece of coal. Go back to that Woot. We have a look here at Mekanism fluid. Mekanism fluid is a fluid vat which you can use either with a Celadon essence with purge fluid, endstone, crystals, different other things, redstone. I think our best option here would be to use redstone. Now, purge fluid is going to be made with water and an ender pearl. So I think our best bet is to actually transport this over with ender tanks. So I think I need to fill this tank with Mekanism fluid. Loot exporter is where this chest is going to go. And we're going to see if it does export out any mob drop. And I don't know what ingredient importer I'm going to need, because it doesn't say. Actually, they're all blocked out, so you can't even put anything in here in the first place. Okay, so I've made myself 2 fluid vats, and I'm going to put 1 vat here and 1 vat there. I need to give it power now, and hopefully this works as well. So let's get myself a cable, plug it in, right, like that. Cover back in the floor. And now I'm just going to grab myself a tank. Just some basic tanks here, because I actually do need to start collecting some of this stuff. So purge fluid, or that water go in there. This water will go in here, so I just need to grab myself a pipe. So fluid pipe and that pipe. And I actually need to pump water into this one now as well. So water is going to go in the front here. I'm going to run that down under the ground here. Okay, so this guy's now gotten pure... No, why did that auto eject into this? I didn't want that. Oh my god, that's annoying. Can I export this out like this maybe? Put it over into here? Okay, I can. That's good. Damn, I actually did not want that to happen. So wait, if that's the case, that means it just auto-ejects out. Meaning, if I just break this tank now, get rid of these, break this, break this, break this, take this cable, put the cable right here, put the dye vat here, liquefier, keep that, alright? And that way it won't connect. Alright, perfect. And then I could just put this here with a pipe extracting out and it'd be fine. Okay, good. So this guy should be filled with water now. Oh, no, he still has a tiny bit more fluid dye in him. So just quickly export that out. Okay, now he has water. So let's break this. There we go. Oops, did not mean to do that. So now he's got water. Now let's grab ourselves an exporter. And let's grab ourselves an ender pearl. Okay, so we're going to put this on top right here with an ender pearl. And if we put the ender pearls in here, you can see it'll slowly go across, make purge fluid. Hopefully, yep, you can see I made a bunch of purge fluid. I'm going to extract that now. And it'll go into this tank as well. Oh, pure dye fluids in here. I don't want that. Put this here. Set this guy up to extract. And... that guy's full. Let's grab a bucket quickly. This is actually a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. Now you're completely empty. Good. Now if I put you there, you will fill with purge fluid. Right, and you're filled with purge fluid. Great. Now I need to grab myself another extract or exporter. So exporter, and now I need redstone. And I'm going to grab myself a cable. There we go. So exporter on top. Whoa, that looks weird. Okay. Bit of redstone, cable. Now we're going to hook this up like this and run this cable across the top here. Now you're going to fill with redstone. You're going to make ourselves into colonitus fluid now. And you're making us purge fluid. Okay, now I just grab myself an ender tank and pick a color that isn't being used at the moment. So 2 ender tanks. Let's grab ourselves some dye. Let's grab ourselves lime green is being used for teritium. Let's try all dark green. Okay, you're being used for essence. So let's dye like that, but then grab ourselves some lime dye. Put some lime dye in the center. And that has nothing in it. Right, perfect. Let's try that. So let's pick these up. And if I put you in the front here, you might automatically eject. No? Okay, I'll need to pipe it out. So grab ourselves a pipe. You're filling with purge fluid. No. Why are you filling with purge fluid? I want the colonitus fluid. Does it have to come out the... Wait. Does that mean... No, that shouldn't matter. Okay, let's try it out the left side here instead. Let's try this now. I need to empty this thing now. Please export out colonitus fluid. Okay, so it extracts out like that. Alright, that's fine. So now that we're extracting out colonitus fluid into this tank, if we come over here now, come down to this cell, put this here, right click, this, that will start filling, and now this is filling up with that. And now let's see, does it spawn something? Let's see if we actually have any items in here. We have 2 gunpowder, so that means it actually did work, even though it didn't have colonitus fluid. Okay. So let's just see, does it actually spawn something better with more colonitus fluid? It used a bit. Now we had 2 gunpowder, and we have 4 gunpowder. So this is working now. Great. So that's pretty much it for the tier 1. And I don't know if I'm going to bother upgrading to any higher than this. This is just have fun with these things. Just get it set up. Like, why not? So let's come back down here to the chest. And let's set up an ender chest now. Does it actually show items in here? Loot exporter? No. So just put an ender chest there. And that will just export out items as it generates them. Right, cool. Let's head back out of here now. And you have fun, generate your thing. And there's also, you can add perks into this thing. Let's have a quick look at the perks. We can have a look here and you can see different ones. You stoke the boiler, so it uses less colonitus fluid, 15% less, and that's all those ones. Treasure Island can change the looting level, so you can higher loot levels, so level 3. Rampage, increase the number of mobs, so it'll spawn 2 mobs, 4 mobs, 6 mobs. Feeding Frenzy speeds up the spawning time, so 20%, 50%, 75%. Scale the summit peak. Generate essence up to the factory. Chances of the drop. Zealotary drop per chance 1. Essence weight. Okay, that doesn't really apply to us. Wisdoms that generate XP. Heart start generates skulls. Or head start, not heart. So that just generates skulls. We don't need to worry about that. Tumbling doll of flesh. Generate industrial foregoing pink slime and liquid meat. That's not a bad one. Don't need those. Pressing engagement. Generate industrial foregoing essence. So like mob essence for enchanting in the enchantment factory. Cool. And then frickin' laser beams. Generate industrial foregoing ether gas from withers. Now that's one thing I might be interested in. I might make the next tier thing. But this goes, to make a wither, you are going to require at least a tier 4 or 5 mob spawner. Laser beam, so produces 120% of gas. Okay. Allows mobs to be subject to the ritual of the martyr. Produce 90% of mob health. Blade 1. I don't know what this is. And that's that one. Okay, so the perk I'd say we'll go with here is we'll probably just go with the higher mob spawning or maybe the higher looting. So to make this one, it's going to require an Neophyte plate, which is a injection press with liquid enchant, and liquid enchant comes from an enchant liquefier, which you put books in there, and the higher tier the enchant, the more liquid enchant you'll get. And if we have a look at our enchantment books, we do have quite a bit. We got 5 mending, but I'm just going to get rid of the books I don't want. So like magnet, projectile protection, soulbound, and whatever. So let's quickly make that now as well. So we're actually starting to run out of room in here. So I'm probably going to have to put the enchanter right there. And also grab myself another tank quickly. We're going to put this tank right here, which is going to export out us Conatus fluid, which I'm actually going to export out of this guy too. He'll fill up a Conatus fluid as like a extra pipe connector. So we got our liquid dye, a purge, Conatus, and now we just need enchant. So our liquid enchanter is made like this. Now I just need to grab myself a pipe, or no, a cable. Okay, so that's down, and all we need to do now is grab ourselves enchantment books. And I'm just going to grab out the 4 projectile protection books, put these in here. This will slowly crush down into an enchant. You can see it's very, very slow. But then I'm going to grab myself a tank and a pipe. And I'm going to put this tank right here, this pipe right there, wrench it, and an injection press. I'm probably going to have to make another one of those quickly. So injection press, made like this. So I'm actually going to put this one down here instead. So cable, power it, injection press, then pipe, and then cable. So hopefully this will fill this up with enchant liquid now as well. Let's speed it up a bit by the time in bottle. Did you get some? You did. All right, good. And put this in, and you should get some now as well. Right, so with that now, what do we need to do? The perks. So if we look up perk, we're going to be making ourselves the Rampage one, which was to spawn more mobs. So that requires this plate, which is a stagnant iron and an iron ingot. So let's grab that out. So if I put the 2 of these in here, this should generate us the Neoplate. Maybe it doesn't have enough essence. Oh, no, it's just very, very slow. There we go, plate. And now let's upgrade this into our Rampage, like so. And hopefully this actually can go into this thing. I'm going to be sad if it doesn't fit. Wait, where is it gone? Do I have to right-click it in, maybe? Oh, wait, it goes down to the perk slot. I need to... Ah, okay, there we go. Right-click it onto the perk slot. Why is there marble? I want dirt. There we go. And now it hasn't got a perk. But you can see it's definitely using more. It used to be 200 millibuckets. It has doubled it. For some reason, it's not showing the perk in here, which is annoying. But if you hover over it, it says there, perk, Rampage 1. And, oh, now it shows it. There you go. So now it's spawning 2 mobs at once. And it's actually not that slow. It's actually going quite fast. But yeah, we're actually out of time now. I wish I could do this more, but it was just a learning experience. And if we want later on, we can make more of them for like a dragon and a wither, which actually wouldn't be a bad idea, because if you look up dragon, we are going to need to probably make more bottles of dragon breath. And is there any other way of making these up here? There is ways to make it. Yeah, oh, this is the only way to make it here. But I'm pretty sure the dragon drops will also be included in here. So like, if you look at these things, there might be a dragon breath in here if we get a dragon. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Hope to see you all in the next episode. So without further ado, goodbye.